Captain Curious, how long does the esophagus take to move food down? Hi, welcome to Curious Kids Every Day. I'm Josh. How are you doing today? It's so good to hear from you. It's time for another Captain Curious adventure. We are currently exploring the digestive system, trying to figure out what it is that's giving the imaginary astronaut a tummy ache. We made it through the mouth, and now we've been swallowed. We're heading into the esophagus. Are you ready? Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. It's gonna be a tight squeeze in here. We're moving from the mouth, down the neck, and into the stomach. Ugh. The tube between the mouth and the stomach is called the esophagus. Did you know that it only takes food about 7 to 10 seconds to get through the esophagus? What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow, Monkey? Wait, hold on. That can't be the whole episode. It might only take a few seconds for your food to get through the esophagus, but we still need to explore it. We still need to learn about it. I'll tell you what. Let's imagine we're slowing down time so that we can learn all about the esophagus before we fall down into the stomach, okay? Let's try that again. All right. Here we go! Oh, okay. Oh, it's gonna be a tight squeeze in here. We are moving down the esophagus. Did you know that it only takes food about 7 to 10 seconds to get through the esophagus? Good thing we're slowing things down a bit so we can learn all about it on our way to the stomach. The esophagus is a long, stretchy tube made mostly of muscle. It connects the back of your throat to your stomach, and it's usually about 8 or 10 inches long in grown-ups. For kids, it's like 7 inches long. It has several layers of tissue that all work together to move food safely downward. It's normally closed tight like a collapsed straw, and it only opens when something needs to pass through it. Now, you might have thought that food basically just falls through your esophagus, but that's not quite the case. Trust me. The esophagus doesn't rely on gravity to move food. Instead, it uses a wave-like motion called peristalsis, where muscles squeeze from top to bottom in a coordinated pattern. Even if you eat lying upside down, those muscle waves still push food towards your stomach. I wouldn't recommend eating upside down, though. Now, I've noticed there's not much air in here. Well, did you notice that when we first got swallowed, there was a ring-shaped muscle at the top of the esophagus up there? That's called a sphincter. The esophagus has 2 of them, and one's at the top. The other one's at the bottom. We'll talk about that one in a little bit. But the upper esophageal sphincter opens when you swallow and closes to keep air from going into your stomach. And speaking of air, here's something really interesting. Have you ever tried to breathe and swallow at the same time? Here, try it right now. See if you can do it. See how it doesn't work? Well, when you swallow, it immediately stops the breathing. That's because your body has a built-in safety move. When you swallow, a flap called the epiglottis closes over your windpipe. This forces everything you swallow to go into the esophagus instead of your lungs. There are 2 pipes going down your neck. There's the windpipe, and then there's the esophagus. You don't want those pathways to get mixed up. That's why you have the epiglottis. Your body literally pauses your breathing for less than a second so that you can swallow. Ugh. What is this gooey stuff on the esophagus? It's a tough, slippery lining. Oh, this is mucosa. Yeah, it's called mucosa. This lining protects the tissue from rough food textures and the occasional splash of stomach acid. It keeps food from scraping or sticking as it moves downward. It's a way of protecting the esophagus. Ugh. Oh man, I still feel really tight in here, but I'm noticing that I can actually stretch myself out a little bit, and the esophagus stretches with me. That's because the esophagus is very flexible. It can stretch to fit foods of many shapes, as long as they're soft enough to move with the peristaltic waves. This is why it's so important to chew your food before you swallow it. And another reason to chew is because your esophagus does not do any digestion. Its entire job is transporting your food from your mouth to your stomach. It doesn't break down food, it doesn't absorb nutrients. Once its job is done, it closes up again until the next swallow. Whoa. Speaking of, something is happening. Do you hear that? It sounds like something is coming. What is that up there? Oh, it's water! Watch out! Oh, man! Oh, did you see how that water just rushed right past us? Liquids move through the esophagus much faster than solid food. When you swallow water or juice, the muscles don't have to squeeze as hard because the liquid flows easily. Solids need stronger and longer peristaltic waves to keep them moving smoothly. See, the esophagus doesn't rely on gravity, but it does help. Uh-oh, more water's coming. Wait, that's not water. That smells like tea. Oh, it is tea. Oh, it's hot tea. Oh, it's hot. Ow. You know, the esophagus actually reacts very quickly to food and drinks that are really hot or really cold. Because of its nerve endings, you can immediately tell if something is too hot as it begins to travel downward. Have you ever swallowed something that was way too hot? That burning you felt, that sensitivity, is to protect the tissues from burns or cold damage. It's a way of letting you know, hey, don't do that again, please. Oh, we're almost to the bottom of the esophagus. Wow, even slowing things down, that moved so fast. We're about to drop down through the lower esophageal sphincter. It opens for food and closes tightly afterwards to keep stomach acid from splashing back up. Did you see any clues about what the imaginary astronaut might have eaten that gave him a tummy ache? Everything passes through the esophagus so fast, and the mucosa ensures it all goes smoothly. If there were any clues, they're long gone by now. I guess we'll just have to keep moving into the stomach and see what else we can find. Oh, but before we drop down, let's test what we learned about the esophagus today. Are you ready? True or false? Food simply falls straight down the esophagus because of gravity. That's false. Your esophagus uses muscle waves called peristalsis to push food down, even if you're upside down. But seriously, don't eat upside down. True or false? It only takes about 7 to 10 seconds for food to travel from the top of the esophagus to your stomach. That is true. True or false? You can breathe and swallow at the exact same time. That is false. When you swallow, do you remember what it's called? The thing that closes your airway for a moment? The epiglottis. True or false? Liquids move slower than solid foods through the esophagus. That is false. Liquids move faster and can even rush past food on the way down. We did it! An entire adventure in the esophagus! They said it couldn't be done. Oh boy, here comes the lower esophageal sphincter. It's opening up and we're gonna go through it. Wow! Oh boy, Captain Curious has made it through the esophagus. Next up, the stomach. Maybe we'll find some clues there? What kind of question do you think we'll ask tomorrow on Curious Kids Every Day? I can't wait to find out, so until then, keep asking questions and stay curious, kids. And we've got a birthday today. It's Eugene from Taiwan. Eugene is turning 9. Happy birthday, Eugene. And to all the grown-ups listening, if your child wants their birthday mentioned on the show, please visit supportcuriouskids.com and join the Curious Kids Club. We'd love to have you over there. That's supportcuriouskids.com. See you tomorrow.